balikbayan journey, and I realized that a lot of OFWs are interested na umuwi ng Pilipinas. Like, step by the step ka, pero hindi ka talaga success. That is very much okay. I left Europe and moved back to Manila. What was I thinking? I've been living in Manila for about 6 months now, and I think enough time na yon for me to share my feedback about my balikbayan journey. That's why I decided to create this video. Kasi I do share some snippets of my life here in Manila through short vlogs sa TikTok o kaya sa Instagram. Pero since short form content lang sila, syempre limited lang yung nasasabi ko doon. And hindi talaga ako makapag-deep dive dun sa topic ng pagiging isang balikbayan sa Pilipinas. If you've been following this channel for a while, you probably know me as Jane in Malta, yung expat or OFW na nag-share ng tips and guidelines and lifestyle niya sa Malta. But I'm gonna turn this channel into a new chapter kasi nag-share ako ng mga content sa TikTok and Instagram about my balikbayan journey, and I realized that a lot of OFWs are interested na umuwi ng Pilipinas. However, they have a lot of questions because they don't know where to start and they are scared and worried na baka hindi ma-meet yung expectations nila. So that's why I decided to create more content about it to help our fellow OFWs na interested na to move back home to the Philippines. So if you're one of them, you're interested to move back home to the Philippines, o kaya naman curious ka lang what's on the other side, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell na rin para ma-update ka every time magpo-post ako about my balikbayan journey. So why did I move back to Manila? Teka, ang init. Pasensya na, natural light. Initially, ang plan ko lang talaga ay magbakasyon. Just like any other OFWs, I wanted to take a break from the overseas grind. Gusto ko lang umuwi para makapag-relax, makapagpahinga, to reconnect with my family, to eat a lot of Filipino food, and syempre, kumain sa Jollibee. I wasn't expecting that I will love my new life here because I know na nasanay na ako sa lifestyle na meron sa ibang bansa na mas madali na mag-commute, mas madali na mag-process ng mga documents, alam mo yon, advanced as compared sa Manila. Pero for some reason, I started enjoying the things that I really hated doing nung bago pa ako mag-abroad. Like yung pagko-commute, pagpunta sa palengke. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, makikita nyo yan. I guess part of the reason why na-enjoy ko siya is because I'm taking it slow. Yung unang bakasyon ko kasi dito sa Pilipinas after the pandemic, sobrang hectic nung schedule ko. Yes, ang dami naming napuntahan. Nagpunta kami sa Davao, sa Bohol, sa Bataan. Everyday may lakad ako. Umattend pa ako ng kasal and minimit ko yung mga friends ko. So parang hindi rin ako nagbakasyon kasi pag uwi ko ng Malta, parang pagod na pagod ako. So I told myself na hindi ko na ulit yun gagawin. And that's what I did this time. I slowed down. Hindi ko minadali yung mga bagay-bagay. So I was able to enjoy every minute of it. Until now, I'm still enjoying it kahit na 6 months na. Kasi kung iisipin, di ba, dapat nag-fade na ng konti yung honeymoon phase. Dapat nami-miss mo na yung abroad na umuwi na lang kaya ako kasi pwede pa naman. Pero surprisingly, hindi ganun yung pakiramdam ko. I just wanted to address this kasi napapansin ko siya lagi sa mga post ko sa TikTok and Instagram. Whenever I post that I am happy that I moved back to Manila, na masaya ako sa balikbayan journey ko, a lot of people don't believe me na parang sa una lang yan, magsasawa ka din, babalik ka rin sa abroad, after a year, uuwi ka na rin sa Malta. Maybe that's true kasi it's possible na babalik talaga ako sa Malta. Pag sinabi ng company namin na, oy, hindi ka na pwede magstay dyan, balik ka na dito, babalik ako. Wala naman akong choice. And I feel like that's because andun pa rin kasi yung misconception sa ating mga Pilipino na kapag nag-abroad ka na at umuwi ka ng Pilipinas, that means nag-fail ka sa abroad. Hindi ka sumakses. Nag-step by the step ka, pero hindi ka talaga sumakses. That's why you move back home. Pero right now, 2025 na po. Success isn't one size fits all. Yung success for you doesn't necessarily mean success din for me. Just because someone decided to move back home doesn't necessarily mean na nag-fail sila. Especially now with everything that's been happening sa US, sa Canada, job cuts, rising cost of living, burnout. A lot of OFWs are starting to realize that life abroad isn't always the dream they thought it would be. If you're like me and you decided to move back home to the Philippines for peace of mind, for your family, for a better life, that doesn't mean you failed. That just means that you chose yourself, you chose to be with your family, and that is very much okay. Pero syempre, I'm not selling you a dream. Ang pag-uwi po sa Pilipinas, hindi lang naman yan, puro happy days, puro sunshine and mangoes. Syempre, meron pong mga challenges pa rin kasi yung mga problema po na iniwan natin dati, andito pa rin naman, andyan pa rin yung traffic, andyan pa rin yung baha. So you have to prepare yourself pa rin mentally, emotionally, physically, lalo na po dun sa mga OFW na ang tagal na sa abroad and nasanay na sa conveniences ng buhay dun. But don't worry, I am here to help you. I decided to create more content about this, especially dito sa YouTube, para long form siya and ma-explain natin ng maayos yung mga pros, cons, yung mga pitfalls na dapat iwasan sa pagiging isang balikbayan. So whether you're interested to move back home, you're in the planning stage, o kaya naman curious ka lang if it's a possibility for you and your family to move back to the Philippines, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell para updated po kayo lagi sa latest posts. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about balikbayan life here in Manila, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao!